injury posture thanks to the Good Feet store as well. All she has to worry about this holiday season is how many cookies to make for Santa Bo. Get back to doing the things you love. Try for yourself and feel the difference. It all starts with one visit to the Good Feet store. Schedule your free fitting and test walk at goodfeet.com or just stop by the store nearest you, with locations in Skokie, Schaumburg, Algonquin, Geneva, Naperville, Orland Park, and Highland, Indiana.
423 now. Business from the PNC Bank Business Desk, official bank of the Bears. Here's Tom Busby.
Trump administration changing the days when you don't have to pay to enter the country's national parks. Ending free admission on Martin Luther King Day and December. And a lot of enthusiasm over that Netflix deal to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery for over $82 billion. Not a done deal yet. At the close, the deal was over before the Nasdaq up 73.38. Order for Netflix to make that deal to acquire most of Warner Brothers assets lined up $59 billion in loans from Wells Fargo and some other banks. That makes it among the biggest borrowing sprees on record. Netflix, which has been handing out stars to restaurants all over the world for decades, that started rating hotels as well, will now rate wineries for the first time. It's going to start in Burgundy and Bordeaux in France next year. With business at 23:53 from the Bloomberg Newsroom, Tom Busby, News Radio 105.9 WBB.
Got a cleanup of a crash on I-80 now. How that's affecting your Friday roads coming up. It's 424.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from? Calling from a ladder.
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pro is ready to just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was the site?
That's leaffilter.com/radio. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/radio. Representative for warranty details.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth every year, all for your retirement? If not, you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jim Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed. Keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 630-230-7400. That's 630-230-7400.
DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS. Now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage punishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800 323-8922.
428 traffic. Sponsored by IHOP. Here's Neil.
On the expressways, Lisa, starting with the Dan Ryan is where we have a pretty big delay here south of the Cambridge interchange. In the Stevenson, earlier stall has been cleared from your lanes. 37 to drive outbound, your 20 minutes to drive in. You're south of Lakeshore Drive on the brakes northbound between Roosevelt and Chicago Avenue. Heavy southbound before north to Chicago, and you have a delay between 53rd and 57th. On our toll lanes, the Tri-State expect to slow down if you're driving northbound. From the Springback toll to the Eisenhower, once you get past that, southbound traffic along the Tri-State, heavy from the Bensonville Bridge to Ogden. Remember, you have several lane splits between the Cermak Toll and the Stevenson. I-88 to Ronald Reagan Tollway. Brake lights eastbound from Route 83, hitting on the northbound Tri-State ramp. Westbound slow from Winfield Road to Route 59. And the Veterans Memorial Tollway, expect to slow down southbound from the Mountain Toll Plaza to I-55. I-80 westbound still really heavy from 355 to Briggs. But some good news, the crash we had there cleared. All your lanes are back open again. The eastbound side of I-80 is heavy between Center and Briggs and LaGrange Road to I-57. Northwest Indiana back up on 8094 west from Broadway to Kennedy. Eastbound a delay from Klein to Burr. 6465, the toll road, the Skyway, all doing pretty well. Near O'Hare, Foster, so blocked between Cumberland and East River Road. Fire activity continues in that area. And we're looking at maybe taking Lawrence instead of Foster to avoid the busy area, and then maybe River Hill instead of using Cumberland, which is backed up through that area too. From the Metro Traffic Center, News Radio 105.9, BBM.
Here, you have 26 in Waukegan. Lakefront is 429.
Introducing the IHOP value menu, where all your breakfast foods are just $6 every day. Where else can you get a sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy place with the $6 IHOP value menu, available every day at IHOP, except once in some locations.
With T-Mobile, we don't miss out on any family business. It turned out great.
This holiday, switch to T-Mobile and stay connected with the studios. Get 4 Samsung Galaxy S25 phones with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for just $25 per line. Visit us at T-Mobile.com or call 1-800-T-Mobile. 24 monthly plans and 4 eligible payment transactions. For one-qualified customers, quad pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device expansion charge. Credit and balance due if you pay off earlier gas and customers. Funds due at 128 gigabytes, $800 required. Not for extended international use. Must reside in the U.S. and primary use. Visit for network. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 105.9 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
4:30, happy Friday. I'm Lisa Fielding. Thanks for joining us. Here are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. A senior U.S. Senator making one last push to pass a bill through Congress that would give immigrant children a path to legal citizenship.
This is Brandon Eisen in Little Village, where faith leaders rally in solidarity, highlighting the impacts of Trump administration policies.
This is Mike Krauser. Indiana lawmakers consider executions a firing squad.
The Supreme Court is set to hear arguments related to President Trump's executive order that ends birthright citizenship. In sports, Bulls are at home to take on the Pacers. In business,
Very modest gains today on Wall Street with inflation in check in September. The Dow today at 104, the Nasdaq heading 73, the S&P at 13. I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg.
cloudy skies, maybe some flurries tonight, a low of 25, a high tomorrow near 30. The news continues at 4:31. The president of a Chicago University says a student deportation points out the importance of giving immigrants brought to the U.S. as children a path to legal status. WBBM political editor Jeff Buchholz reports from Hilson.
Dominican University President Glenna Temple says she just learned that a student at the school here at 18th and Paulina, detained by federal agents last week, has been deported.
This student, a dreamer, has been an outstanding, involved, high-achieving member of our campus community.
Retiring Illinois U.S. Senator Dick Durbin says that's just one reason why he's reintroduced what's become known as the DREAM Act, saying 80% of Americans believe that children of undocumented immigrants deserve a chance to stay in the U.S.
They understand that this immigration justice for young people is the right thing to do.
Even with a Republican co-sponsor in Alaska's Lisa Murkowski, Durbin acknowledges this.
It is unlikely that we're going to have a majority to pass legislation.
But he says he's not giving up on what he calls the cause of his heart and his life. We're with the senator in Pilsen, Jeff Buchholz, News Radio 105.9, WBBM.
Chicago Alderman Bill Conway teaming up with the Cook County Sheriff's Police to crack down on criminals in the South Loop. The partnership has now led to the opening of a satellite office on the southeast corner of Roosevelt and State. The alderman says it's made more than 100 arrests so far. 7 were drug dealing arrests. He also hopes the continued police presence will continue to promote public safety. An act of solidarity through faith highlights continuing issues for Chicago's minority communities under the Trump administration.
This isn't just about one particular community. This is about this.
Reverend Sierra Bates Chamberlain is among a handful of faith leaders within the Faith Over Fear Coalition gathered under the Little Village Arch on 26th Street, providing a free lunch to community members while discussing continuing impacts of the direction taken by the Trump administration.
You know, this administration talk about gun violence and violence in communities, and this is why they're targeting Black and brown communities. But when you're terrorizing neighborhoods and making people afraid to come outside, you're impacting businesses and communities. We need strong businesses, local businesses in our community, because that is a violence reduction strategy.
Reverend Bates Chamberlain tells us that the group will continue calling attention to the traumas and economic impacts felt particularly by the city's immigrant communities over the past few months. In Little Village, Brandon Eisen, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
In Indiana, lawmakers are considering legislation that in certain situations would allow executions by firing squad.
The legislation proposed by Republican State Senator Michael Young would allow execution by firing squad if lethal injection drugs are not available or if the condemned person requests the method. That, as the legislation is now written. 5 people would be on the firing squad, chosen by a prison warden. They would not know whether their guns are loaded with live ammunition or blanks, or would fire live rounds. Their identities would not be made public. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
4:34 now nationally. The Supreme Court has agreed to review President Donald Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship. The top court did not set a date for oral arguments in the blockbuster case.
What's your Tony?
It's likely to be early next year with a ruling in June. Legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum.
This case came before the Supreme Court last term, but the issue was not birthright citizenship, but rather whether federal district judges could issue nationwide injunctions. That's why the Supreme Court decided to hear this case arising out of New Hampshire, brought by a class of babies born after President Trump issued an executive order denying citizenship to the children of illegal immigrants or foreigners in the United States here temporarily.
The order would upend more than 125 years of the 14th Amendment, which grants citizenship to everyone born on U.S. soil. Around the world now, talks continue in efforts to end the war in Ukraine.
The Ukrainian delegation is talking with President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The talks, which began Thursday, followed discussions earlier this week in Moscow with Russian President Putin. President Trump has described those talks as very good and said negotiators were left with the impression that Putin wanted to make a deal. The talks in Miami with the Ukrainians are likely to last at least through Saturday. Wendy Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
And the White House continues to target news outlets.
The White House has established a hall of shame for journalists it finds guilty of media bias. President Donald Trump has been criticizing legacy news outlets since his first term. Some of Trump's attacks now have turned personal. Last month alone, saying "quiet piggy" to a female reporter, calling a reporter from the New York Times ugly both inside and out, and publicly telling an ABC News journalist she was a terrible reporter. The new portal also contains an offender hall of shame of articles the White House deems unfair, and a leaderboard ranking outlets with the most pieces that the administration objects to. With the Washington Post leading the list, the Washington Post's executive editor says that government officials are wrongfully and intentionally targeting journalists. No news outlets that appeal to conservatives were cited for bias. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
4:36 coming up in a minute. Low gas prices, traffic, and weather together.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Babe, you shouldn't have got shirtless in this weather.
It's a nice Bears jacket.
Oh, thanks. I bought it with the Chicago Bears PNC Bank Visa debit card, which gives exclusive discounts on Bears merchandise.
So soft and warm. Can you get discounts on gloves?
Yeah.
Face covers?
Sure.
Socks?
Yep. Wait, why would you not wear socks?
Find out more at pnc.com/BearsCard. PNC Bank, the official bank of the Chicago Bears. PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association and used under license.
Open the door to savings with beautiful Mastercraft doors at Menards. Transform your home for the holidays with Mastercraft doors. Choose from our huge in-stock selection or design your door your way with our free step-by-step design program. Get your door in 7 days or less. Get a ready-to-paint 6-panel interior door for only $89.99 now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Sponsored by PackyWebFord.com. During the Ford Year event, qualify and get zero financing for 60 months plus big Packy Web discounts on a huge selection of new Ford models. In Downers Grove, the BP on Main and Ogden has gas for $2.64 a gallon. In Plano, the Murphy USA on Lakeside and Little Rock is selling gas for $2.87 a gallon. Now time for this hour's Smart Quiz question. The question was, we're going to get to that in a moment, but first, it is time for traffic, and here's Neil Fiorito.
All right, Lisa, we'll start on the Edens coming inbound, where you're at 43 minutes down to the Kennedy Junction from Lake Cook Road. Backed up traffic before Tower to Old Orchard, and from Toohey to the Kennedy Junction. If you're leaving downtown and use the Kennedy, your outbound ride is 26 to Montrose. Hit the Express, save 4 minutes, 46 to the airport, an hour 10 to drive in. On the Eisenhower inbound, an hour and a half from I-90 into downtown, 55 from Manheim in. You're backed up on 290 coming in from Higgins to 355, and in spots between North Avenue and downtown. Out on 44 to Manheim, an hour 5 to I-90. Stevenson out at 33 to Cicero, 50 to the Tri-State, an hour 7 to 355. Hour 3 in, 45 away. On the south side, the Dan Ryan leaving downtown after the split at 35, getting into the Jane Burton interchange, 20 minutes. On I-57, about 19 either way. Same with the Ford, 19 minutes to and from 8094. Pretty typical backups along DuSable Lakeshore Drive and the tollways. No trouble at all. We're seeing delays along I-80 on either side. Either way, westbound 355 to 30, Briggs to Larkin, eastbound heavy between Center and Briggs, and the Grange to I-57. Northwest Indiana, 8094 on the brakes westbound Broadway to Kennedy, and a delay on 65 northbound before the toll road. A crash there in the right lane. From the Metro Track Center, next report, 448, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather looks at Valley tonight. Will be a flurry in spots only north of Chicago, low 25. Intervals of clouds and sun tomorrow. Brisk, cold start to the weekend, high 29. But we'll see some snow at times later tomorrow night into Sunday morning, which could accumulate 1 to 3 inches. Low tomorrow night, 22. Then remaining cloudy Sunday afternoon, brisk and cold, high 27. 29 at O'Hare right now, 27 at Midway, 30 in Gurnee, 28 at the lakefront, going down to 25. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
All right, back to the afternoon quiz question. This hour's question was, what college town in Wisconsin sits between Lake Mendota and Lake Monona? The University of Wisconsin. I lived there for 5 years in Madison, Wisconsin. Lynn Myers in Rockford gave us the correct answer. Congratulations, Lynn. You just won 2 tickets to see the Joffrey Ballet's The Nutcracker, running through December 28th at Lyric Opera House, provided by Joffrey Ballet. For tickets and more information, visit joffrey.org. It's 441. Elgin Area School District U46 is marking the 75th year of its district-run radio station.
The call letters represent the district's old name, Elgin Public Schools. WEPS began broadcasting in January of 1950 and still delivers about 3 hours of content from students and staff in English and Spanish each weekday on 88.9 FM. U46 District Spokesman Alec Barlow says it's moved from a class to a club.
This was a technical vocational thing originally. Through the years, it kind of evolved, and the 80s was its peak. Over 100 students were participating in it actively. And they would have live shows on air.
To celebrate, the district is inviting the public to visit the station at the old Elgin High School on Tuesday afternoon. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
There's a push to get nutrition labels on the front of food packages.
Americans are digging their grave with their fork.
That's why Dr. Kim Williams with the American College of Cardiology says they want a standardized labeling system on the front of your food.
What we're hoping for is a red, yellow, green type of color scale that's educational.
Highlighting key nutrients you should be eating and warning you about the types of food you should limit, such as sodium, cholesterol, saturated fat, and added sugar.
They are four biggest factor contributors to heart disease.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Need to know what's happening right now? CBS News Chicago is streaming 24/7 right now with all the latest information you need right at your fingertips. Find us on Pluto TV. Just look for the news and opinions page. Or by searching CBS News Chicago. You can also power up your Roku and Fire TV devices and search for the CBS News app. CBS News Chicago, streaming 24/7 TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire.
2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America. For a limited time, customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA, partnership with Visa terms apply, rights reserved. Coverage varies by plan. Pay contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-458-1375. That's 800-458-1375.
With Target, gifting has never been easier. This Saturday and Sunday, Target gift cards are 10% off with Target Circle. Treat everyone on your list to something you know they'll love. Gift cards for the trendsetters, the techies, the fashionistas, the foodies, and even yourself. The perfect time to save is now. This deal is a yearly fave, so hurry. Get more gifting for your buck and save 10% on Target gift cards with Target Circle for 2 days only. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car?
Hey, Lucky Daisy match $2.
Which one?
Lucky Daisy match.
Lucky Daisy.
Yeah, easy match. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
looks for us.
And Parsons sure sounds fired up for this one, at least for its impact on the playoff race, not for its place in NFL history.
Respect is something that's earned, and these people want to come here and they want to meet us in our house, and if someone comes on your lawn, what would you say?
Whatever the Bears do, whatever Parsons says or does back, won't be left on the Green Bay grass. It'll be revisited 13 days later in a rematch at Soldier Field. And Bears tight end Cole Kmet, it'll be the latest salvo in more than a century of cross-border trash talk.
Like, look, my best friend who was in my wedding, he's a big Packers fan, and he still won't wear my damn jersey. Unless we're out of the country, he'll wear it out of the country, that's it.
A 3:25 kickoff on Sunday. Like Kmet, linebacker T.J. Edwards is a Chicago local, and he is in line to return after missing a month hurt. But cornerback Tyreek Stevenson and leading Bears receiver Rome Odunze will both miss with injuries. Our next Gridiron Report comes Monday morning at 6:45. Rick Gregg, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Thank you, Rick. 448 traffic. Time to find a Porsche Macan at PorscheLincolnwood.com. And here's Neil.
We'll start with Kennedy coming inbound. A stall at Division reported in the left lane. Traffic getting pretty heavy from Cumberland. An hour 15 in from O'Hare, 28 off the junction. Outbound here at 25 to Montrose. If you get in the express lanes, you save a couple minutes. 45 to O'Hare. Eden's travel time inbound 42 minutes. No delays out. 15 between Montrose and Lake Cook. On the Kennedy, the Eisenhower make that coming inbound. A lot of traffic coming into downtown. An hour and a half from the Jane Addams to the Jane Byrne interchange. 55 if you're driving in from Manheim. On your outbound trip, 44 to Manheim. An hour 5 to I-90. Stevenson outbound 53 to Cicero. 50 to the Tri-State. Hour 7 if you're headed out to 355. Inbound you're at an hour 3 and 45 in from 294. Outer Southside Expressways, the Dan Ryan getting out to the split, 35, 20 minutes in from the merge into downtown, about 19 either way on the 57 on either side, 18 minutes either way on the Bishop Ford. That's a 3-minute delay. The South of Lakeshore Drive, northbound heavy Roosevelt to Chicago Avenue, southbound on the brakes past Fullerton to Chicago, delays into Hyde Park as well. A couple of tollway delays, but nothing out of the ordinary and nothing blocking lanes at all. Slight delays along I-80 through Joliet and through Tinley Park. Back up in Northwest Indiana, 8094 westbound from Grant over to Kennedy. 65 northbound, watch for a crash right before the Indiana Toll Road in the right lane. Your next reports at 4:58 on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather, mostly cloudy here through tonight. There will be a flurry in spots, especially north of Chicago with a low of 25. The clouds will break for some sun at times tomorrow, but there's going to be a cold, gusty breeze at times. We'll only get to a high 29s. Temperature's not rising very much tomorrow, but they won't fall very far tonight. 29 degrees at O'Hare right now, 27 at Midway, 3 in Rogers Park, 28 at the Lakefront, down to 25. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Stevenson.
Chicago's only station dedicated to news around the clock. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The drug administration is warning people to stop using a certain medical device designed to track blood sugar.
The glucose monitors are certain models of the Freestyle Libre 3 and Freestyle Libre 3 Plus by Abbott Diabetes Care. According to the FDA, they've been linked to 7 deaths and 736 serious adverse events worldwide. None of the deaths occurred in the United States. The faulty monitors have given incorrectly low glucose readings. Over time, that could lead people with diabetes to consume too many carbs or skip or delay doses of insulin. Word is that Abbott has notified all customers of the issue. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A Georgia-based packaging company is shutting down operations in Elgin.
For 111 workers at the Print Pack manufacturing facility in Elgin, January 5th may be their last day. The company announced they are shutting down the location, saying they are winding down operations over the next 6 months. The company acquired the plant back in 1978, supplying packaging for food, beverage, pharmaceutical, and agricultural industries. Print Pack leadership says they will offer opportunities to relocate to other facilities, as well as provide severance packages and career transition support. Layoffs are set to conclude in April of next year. Glenn Marshall, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
And the U.S. has its opponent for the opening match of next year's World Cup.
The United States was drawn to play its 2026 World Cup opener against Paraguay in Group D play at Inglewood, California on June 12th. The group also includes Australia and the winner of UEFA Playoff C between Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. The U.S. reached the semifinals at the inaugural World Cup in 1930 and has gotten as far as the quarterfinals quarterfinals only one other time in 2002. Argentina and Lionel Messi will play Algeria to open its World Cup title defense. The ceremony took place at the
94.7 WLS. It's Tyler. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Closing the state and L Lake Station for 3 very long years. And you know what really hurts? It starts January 5th. Ouch! Right in the middle of winter, too. How rude.
in a Friday move on the Kennedy. O'Hare coming downtown. 65 minutes. Edens, Deerfield to Gene Burn. 60 minutes. Eisenhower, Thorndale to Gene Burn. A little backed up at 70 minutes right now. That is Chicago traffic on 94.7 WLS. Dave and Kim, weekday mornings.
We should do senior pranks, too.
Yeah, we should.
I had to eat a fish when I was a freshman, a goldfish.
Ew, like a live one?
Yeah, from the carnival.
Did you feel it moving?
It wasn't fun, Kim.
No, not
As long as you're down with my lords.
For a good time, it's Dave and Kim on 94.7 WLS.
Chicago traffic.
Sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Get 24 ounces of Rayo's pasta sauces for $5.99 with Prime through December 9th at Whole Foods Market. The shortcut to an easy pasta night. Just heat, pour, and twirl. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Bet365 is paying up before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. You bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You could early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6th American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what's to do with your unwanted bill? Ever seen an origami version of the bean? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local Chicago Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metrics and score per data 1H 2025 and results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person within the deal. No terms apply.
Across Chicagoland, Chamberlain University helps future nurses take the next step with campuses in Chicago, Addison, and Tinley Park. Your journey begins with faculty who guide you and a community that believes in you. Hybrid learning and real clinical experience help you turn your goals into action. Earn your Bachelor of Nursing degree in as few as 3 years with the nation's #1 largest nursing school. Start where care and purpose come together. Chamberlain University. Belong to something greater. Apply today at chamberlain.edu. That's chamberlain.edu.
Ace the holidays at Whole Foods Market. Build your holiday spread. From easy appetizers to impressive mains and limited time desserts. All with strict ingredient standards. Shop Whole Foods Market, your holiday headquarters.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Cyber Week savings and get up to 35% off. Plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances like Samsung. Upgrade your kitchen with the Samsung Bespoke 4-door refrigerator. Now featuring the dual auto ice maker with Sphere Ice only at the Home Depot. You'll have perfectly chilled drinks for every gathering. Don't miss Cyber Week savings in-store and online at the Home Depot. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/10, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Stroke. Super hard, obviously. The whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife, and 4 kids. The best place to get life insurance is ethos.com. It's easier than 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S. Ethos.com/beat.
Maybe you shouldn't have gotten shirtless in this weather.
It's a nice Bears jacket.
Oh, thanks. I bought it with the Chicago Bears PNC Bank Visa debit card, which gives you exclusive discounts on Bears merchandise.
You're so soft and warm. Can you get discounts on gloves?
Yeah.
Face covers?
Sure.
It's just socks.
Yeah. Wait, why would you not wear socks?
Find out more at pnc.com/bearscard. PNC, the official bank of the Chicago Bears. PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC. Visa is a registered trademark of Visa International Service Association.
800-777-1979. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1979. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1979. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1979 or BigLou.com.
Check out the podcast that inspired Taylor Sheridan's latest series, Land.
There's a stretch of road in the oil-rich region of West Texas. This region of West Texas, known as the Permian Basin, is in the midst of the biggest oil boom in history. This is a story of roughnecks, billionaire wildcatters, and wannabe dreamers. My name is Christian Wallace. From Texas Monthly and Imperative Entertainment, this is Boomtown.
Boomtown.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A Cumulus Media Station, 94.7 WLS FM, Chicago.
Hi, it's J-Lo Jones. It's making weeknights with me.
94.7 WLS Lookout Weekend Post. Here we are.
Free app. It's 94.7 WLS.